With southern Utah's monsoon season on the horizon, water officials are once again stressing conservation. Zach Renstrom, the general manager of the Washington County Water Conservancy District, says the issues go beyond weather, as they're also a matter of legacy.
If you go back 100 years ago, the mayor of St. George at that time was saying, you know what, we need to be good stewards of the water. We need to treat water as a precious resource and we should not use it. I mean, you can actually go back, and Brigham Young said quotes about desert and how to use the water. And so all of it's happening right now with our current mayor is she's just carrying on the legacy of the state of Utah, is that we always said, be smart with your water, use it wisely.
Renstrom is facing a triple threat: drought, aging infrastructure, and fast-paced growth. He warns that if cities and developers don't keep up, a building moratorium could be on the table.
So it's a very scary scenario to happen, but there's no way that we should allow more homes to be built than we have a safe, reliable supply of water for. That would be foolish.
Outdoor landscaping also uses more than 50% of the county's water, but Renstrom says solutions are simple: better irrigation, drought-tolerant plants, and replacing lawns.
So the best thing people can do, and the easiest thing people can do, is just look at their own landscaping. And with almost no change, like in the number of plants or anything, if they just water more efficiently, they can cut their water use generally by 10%. And that is, watering a little bit less, shortening their time. And so the general thing is, what we see is just people are just simply giving their plants too much water.
Many online critics have pointed to golf courses and cemeteries as an example of bad water use, but Renstrom says many already use untreated or reused water, and not the drinking quality water that many people choose to use on their lawns.
A lot of the cemeteries right now are using other water that would not be culinary grade, and so we have springs and we have also some wells that the water that's pumped out of those just has a very high TDS, or they contain a lot of salt. And so you can take that water and apply it to, let's say, a cemetery park, or a cemetery, or like a golf course, and that's not water that is easily drinkable. It would require a lot of infrastructure and a lot of expense to get it to a drinking water level. So in the meantime, we're using that water in other places like cemeteries, or on golf courses, or in certain areas for recreation. Things that we are looking at and we are working on is that here shortly, we're going to move a lot of the golf courses that are using a little bit higher grade water, we're going to put them on reuse water. And so they'll be using that water and we'll be switching out. And most of the golf courses that we've reached out to, they're actively trying to figure out how they can dial it back. Some of the golf courses have as high as a goal as reducing it by 25%. And so they're actively also trying to figure out what they can do to use less water.
In order to address future water supply needs, the district is investing over $1 billion in reservoirs and pipelines to create the regional water reuse system, which is expected to yield 24,000 acre-feet annually by 2042. To learn more, read the story. This is Mori Kessler reporting for St. George News, your #1 source for local news.